Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant on friendship, starring Paul Rudd. And I think this dude is from the new SNL, about a guy who starts a friendship and then it all goes bad. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. The links are in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys books 1 through 16, available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. So the premise of the movie, and it's a comedy, but I'm going to get into why this is a very weird and pretty bad trailer. Paul Rudd is like the perfect bro to be a friend with. And so, and see, GQ calls it funny. I don't know, GQ, if you want to listen to GQ for movies. The film stage calls it hilarious. And the premise is definitely hilarious. I'm not sure if I like this dude or not in terms of his comedic abilities. But the premise is he's a lonely guy and his wife encourages him to start a friendship with the neighbor who is Paul Rudd. And Paul Rudd has a cool group of guys. They hang out, they do cool things, and he gets pulled in to be a part of that. And that's the first act, right? First act, they become buddies, and it's going great. At first, he doesn't want to do it, but then he kind of reluctantly becomes his friend, and then he really likes Paul Rudd. He's like, oh man, I'm so glad I did this. But then Paul Rudd says to him, yeah, I don't think we need to be friends anymore. Basically cuts off the friendship because, I don't know, he doesn't like him anymore. And then the guy's like, well, wait a minute. I thought we were friends. It's like, yeah, I'm not really into it or whatever. And now at first he tries to do some desperate things. Oh, give me another chance, whatever. But then he gets mad and keeps trying to be Paul Rudd's friend. And then I think he takes some kind of a revenge on him. I'm not sure. You know, it's supposed to be a comedy and over the top. I'm not sure what the revenge is. They don't really show it in the trailer. And then I don't know what happens at the end. Maybe they become friends again. Maybe not. This is his wife. So here's the weird thing about this movie. It's not promoted like a comedy. Right? Like, comedies should be promoted. See, here they are having a good time. So a comedy, you would expect upbeat music, right? Sometimes they start with that classical music. Sometimes they just start with sort of like upbeat, loud, obnoxious music. You should be friends with the neighbor. I don't know. And then he becomes friends. Wow, we're great friends. And then they show him driving around and doing crazy stuff. And then it's like, and the music should reflect that. Yeah, I don't want to be friends anymore. Record scratch. You know that old chestnut. And then it's like, what? And now he's out to win him back or whatever. And then it gets crazy. They show you all the crazy scenes like, I wanted to be your friend. I don't want to be your friend anymore. Like stuff like that. Lines like that. And then loud music. And then like, you know, can he be his friend again or something like that. Instead, the music starts out very low, which is okay if it kicks up, and then never kind of comes up at all. I didn't even know it was a comedy. I thought it was going to turn into something very sinister. Then the comments were all like, "Oh, it's hilarious! It's a great comedy or whatever." One of the critics said something about it being a nightmare. Say it's like hilarious, the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. But like there's no... The atmosphere seems all wrong for this. The atmosphere... I thought this was going to turn into a sinister thing where, like, at first he becomes his buddy, and then he tries to kill him, or gets very sinister, or drives him crazy. No, it's not a horror movie at all. Now, it is from A24, and they do those kinds of movies. I'm super glad they're expanding into comedies, especially with Paul Rudd, who was in comedies and was pretty good in them. But why did you cut the trailer this way? It sucks all the energy out of it. Comedy has to be high energy. Can't have a moaning dog in the background, for instance. I don't know if you heard that. She went, God. Wake up, doggy. Wake up. You kept me up all night. The dog kept me up all night. Just stomping around on the bed. But, this should be upbeat. Friendship. There should be some crazy scenes of them, I don't know, singing or doing something wild. It's not really crazy. It's like, it's way too grounded, I'll say. Way too grounded. The only thing a comedy has to do is be funny. The only thing you want to see in a trailer is some funny moments. Or some indication that, this is going to be funny. This is going to be funny. That guy's going to be uncomfortable. Paul Rudd's going to be crazy. Like, he's going to take him skydiving. He doesn't really want to go. That kind of thing. Now, it doesn't have to be any of the suggestions I just said, but it still has to be funny and fun. But listen to the music in this trailer, and you tell me if this sounds like a fun movie to you. It's dreary. The music is dreary. Are you purposely trying to sabotage your movie? I don't know. Let's read the write-up. When new neighbor Brian threatens his quiet life, Craig Waterman struggles to protect his family's security. Which one is Brian? Which one is Craig? I don't even know. Who's the protagonist in this thing? When a new neighbor threatens his quiet life. And that doesn't seem like the trailer at all. Let's go to this. And also, the movie's called Friendship. No, it's the same write-up. Andrew DeYoung, who wrote and directed it. Tim Robinson, that's the other guy. Funniest thing I've seen in my entire life. Okay. Show me funny. Show me some funny in this trailer. Don't play dreary music in the background. Taglines, men shouldn't have friends. Okay, I like that too. Rated R for adult situations. And for some drug content. Language and drug content. Let's see, are there any other funny people in this that I know? Not really. Not really. But that's fine. That's fine. Hopefully some of those guys are comics. So, yeah. What are you doing? What are you doing, A24? What's with this music? Kick it up. It's supposed to be high energy. I assume this comes out like March. Would I see it? I'm not sure now. Here's some of the comments. This looks good. Curious to see how Paul Rudd will be in a non-comedy role. No, he is in a comedy role. This is a comedy. What did he say? Expand that skill set. Only those who stick to one thing and never grow will be forgotten in this industry. I don't know about that. I don't know about Paul Rudd. That's a weird comment. Yes, this looks funny, scary, and unique. We're gonna go nuts in there. When you look at the trailer, you say, huh? Your trailer is a fail. Yeah, that's what I would say. I don't get it. Is it funny or frightening movie? Yeah. Here's my review. No, absolutely not. Why comedians turn to drama? Stick to what you're great at, man. See, he doesn't even know it's a comedy. My cat looked at me as if to say, keep laughing, man. This is my show. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. Are those bots? Are some of those bots? Probably at this stage of YouTube. Yeah, I think you're confusing people with this trailer. People are dying for a comedy. A good comedy with Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd is funny. And he's had a career arc that hasn't ruined his funniness yet. Now, you could argue Quantum Mania kind of hurt him. Sure, it did. But it didn't ruin his funny. That wasn't his fault. That's an MCU movie. It's an ensemble cast. You can kind of forgive him for that. He's in Ghostbusters Afterlife. Ghostbusters, which, for my money, doesn't look that funny. I still haven't gotten up the energy to go back and watch it, but, I just watched a few of the clips. But I don't think that hurt him either, because people still see Rudd as a funny guy. Even if the movie wasn't as funny as the previous Ghostbusters, it at least was a step up from the female Ghostbusters. And there's been a few other movies, he's not great in. But still, the movies you know him for, Anchorman, I know him from This Is the End. He has a very funny cameo in that. He's funny. I mean, even in Quantum Mania, Ant-Man, he's kind of funny. So, he can still do funny. So, you can make this work, A24. There's no sense in hiding the comedy. And if Tim Robbins is a guy who's really the funny character in this, well, let him go to town then. Why are you hiding it? It's really bizarre. Watch this trailer. It's cut like a horror movie, but it's supposed to be funny. I guess it's supposed to be uncomfortable funny, but the next great comedy hit, Collider. Well, that's a problem. I don't really trust Collider either. That sounds like an AstroTurf comedy. I mean, even Paul Rudd's look with the mustache and the hair, kind of funny. Kind of, again, hearkening back to Anchorman. So, why are you hiding this, A24? Don't hide the damn comedy. Play it up. Because that's what it is. What are you going to do? Sneak it in? Oh, it might kind of be a horror movie. And then they get in there and there's no horror? Is that really going to help your bottom line? I don't think so. I don't think, pulling one over on the horror fans is going to help you with the movie when it turns into a comedy. Advertise what it is. It's a comedy. And I might see it. Anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D, and Little Joan, who just keeps growling over there. Thanks for tuning in. What's going on? Nothing going on till the 19th with me. Nothing going on this weekend, but Valentine's Day. So, anyhow, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in the next one.